Good morning, everybody. Kevin here from Watch This with Joe and Kevin, back for episode 9 of season 4 of The Sopranos. There's a lot to talk about from the last episode, and we don't need to go into it. One of the things that kind of hung with me through the week was Tony's hang-up over Ralphie's sexual peccadillos. I'm not sure why he was so fascinated by that. He was. But the big thing for me is still Paulie. And Paulie's role is kind of an instigator this season, and the shift that he's taken from previous seasons. I mean, it's been building up to this for a while. It's been well executed in the writing and the performance, but we've really gotten into some dark territory here with Paulie, particularly since he's gotten out of jail. And if you're looking kind of, for me, like a Shakespearean equivalent of Paulie, it's Iago from Othello, in that not only is he secretly just trying to destroy the main character and get him to destroy himself, and he is. His manipulation of Johnny Sachs is proof that he's really trying to cause a rift between New York and Tony and Ralphie. But also his motivation seems weak, like Iago's. Iago just doesn't like the guy. And with Paulie here, it's like these really small perceived slights. There's the thing with Tony didn't go visit him in jail. Even that's small. Plus, this all started way before that. Maybe it's he doesn't feel like he's getting enough money. He's having to spend a lot on his mother. Maybe he doesn't feel like at his age and station he's getting the respect that he deserves. The quick ascension of Christopher might be bothering him a little bit because Christopher is a relative and Paulie isn't. But whatever has really been irking Paulie for all of this time, and it just seems to be snowballing. It's gotten out of hand. It didn't get anybody killed yet, but it almost got Ralphie and Johnny killed at one point, all from this kind of like pot stirring stuff, all over these like really petty grievances that he has. And I'm not sure how it's going to resolve itself if it continues down this path. Unless Johnny is going to say something, I don't see how it resolves itself until it becomes so glaring and obvious, and there have been some points of no return crossed. It can't end well, especially for Paulie. I feel like he's setting up his own demise here with these complaints. I don't know when, but I do think that Paulie doesn't stay on the show all the way through, simply because he seems hell-bent on this kind of mutually assured destruction among everybody. And I'm also kind of surprised that Johnny Sachs, who is a smart guy, now that he's had a little separation from his conflict with Ralphie, a little perspective, a little time, hasn't put together that Ralphie was just kind of manipulating, that Paulie was just kind of manipulating him, right? Telling him about the joke was not just like, hey, I want to tell you something. It was intentionally setting up conflict with Tony and Ralphie, because we also had the thing, with the house sale or the real estate sale of Junior's that he told about too. And since you have these two things, how Johnny hasn't put together that Paulie's not being a friend, Paulie's being an instigator. Maybe he gets to that point. Maybe Johnny is the catalyst for how do we figure out that Paulie's really been the problem all this time. Maybe not. Maybe it's just Paulie screws up, he just goes too far, and it just becomes too obvious. Maybe somebody else figures it out, because they're definitely thinking about it. My money's on Christopher. Christopher is skeptical of everybody. I feel like Christopher might be the one, despite his drug problem, might be the one to figure out that Paulie's their problem. It would be poetic, since he seems to be the cause of a lot of Paulie's jealousy. All right, we'll go ahead and jump into it here. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us, and give a special thank you to our super patrons: Actuary Lurker, Balazs Fuldez, Chris, Derek Peterson, JB Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Sudukunda Varapu, Torgir Lingstad, WerePanda47, and Trey Contreras. Thanks so much, guys. Really glad you're here with us. If you would like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else that we've watched or we're currently watching, please check out a link in the description below our Patreon page on every show, including The Sopranos. We're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. On everything on Patreon due to copyright law, though, you will have to sync and watch along on your own source material. You're only going to see and hear me or us on other shows. I also feel like Michael Imperioli's performances, his character's got more depth. Obviously, he's dealing with substance abuse now, but I feel like his performance this season, he's been so strong as an actor this season. He's really killed it. I don't think people talk enough about Michael Imperioli as an actor, but really killed it.
Your Honor, I have a logistical problem to discuss. I'd like to call a witness out of order.
Is that normal? I guess if witnesses are going to come at some point.
No comment.
Mr. Soprano, Allison Pack, Channel 6.
Allison, huh?
Oh!
God. Has he been shot? He got hit in the head by a boom.
Did Junior stop to check out the hot reporter? Is that what that was? That's what it kind of seemed like.
She ready for the toboggan handicap?
Yeah.
Tony does have an infatuation with animals that he does not extend to people.
Feeling better, huh? Yeah.
Did you see that? The second she saw you, she came right over.
What she likes when you rub a muzzle right here.
I'm kind of glad he's taking Carmela to this now, like including her a little bit more.
You like the ponies? I'll take you.
This is nice. I feel like it's all going to go bad. Oh my God, what a transition shot that was.
My daughter's addressing the Irish Parliament. Abortion issues.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll be back Monday. Feel better.
Make sure Beppy gets my chicken home.
Corrado, you didn't get to the early bird special.
Oh, he might actually have some concussion going on.
Oh, he didn't seem like himself.
For a man his age, he could have been working on a dementia for quite a while, and the blow to the head.
Oh.
Listen, good chance this could all go away.
Bobby. Hey, where is he?
Wow, this is a full-on relationship now, isn't it?
Columbia Presbyterian Head Trauma Unit. The best.
Why don't you take it easy?
Yeah.
That'd be Paulie told Johnny.
You think so?
He hates my success.
He's right. Is it Ralphie going to be the one to figure this out?
He told Paulie. Paulie tells Johnny. Fucking telephone game like high school girls.
Okay, so Ralphie's got this figured out. Didn't see this coming.
Just connect me.
Fuck you doing?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, what is he doing?
I'd like to talk to a Mrs. Galtieri. She's a resident there.
One moment, please.
Is this Polly's mom?
Yes. Hi, this is Detective Mike Hunt, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania Police Department.
Mike Hunt, really?
He was sucking a Cub Scout stick.
What? No, it's a mistake.
This is a bad idea.
After discovery of a small rodent in the rectal passage.
Oh, my God.
A gerbil.
Oh, come on, man.
We'll need an insurance number.
Oh, Maroon. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Is that all right?
Oh, this poor lady.
1 second, I have the hospital on the other line.
Ugh, Ralphie sucks.
Uncle John, Tommy Formicola died a few years ago.
Oh.
Not Tommy, you chidrola son, Tommy.
Jesus Christ, you had me worried there for a minute.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's like, is he really suffering from dementia?
You get hit in the head. See how good you do.
Glad you're feeling better.
Better. This is Xanadu compared to that courtroom.
That's probably true.
Just on our way to St. Stephen's Green, grab some dinner. Why? What's going on?
What's going on? Back here in the States, I think we got a mistrial.
Oh, is he going to declare him incompetent now?
The bow is meant to find the ring.
Dick.
What? This is a stupid idea.
Please help.
What? For Christ's sakes, what?
It's Justin.
Did he get... Oh, my God.
I don't know what to do. The
Ambulance.
boy, he comes to the house.
Shut up. Shut up.
Ambulance.
Don't touch him, okay? I gotta get help.
Somebody call an ambulance.
How is he?
Couldn't get any breath in his lungs for 5 minutes, so...
Oh, no.
If it was an accident, all right?
Yeah.
Just kids.
Yeah, they were being stupid, both of them.
You were supposed to take him to the archery range.
They were playing a video game, Ronnie. I don't know what happened.
No, nothing's ever your fault.
This wasn't his fault. He was in a bathtub, man.
Please, stop it! Honey, please! You find the bow and arrow, you stupid!
Hey, okay. Oh, my God.
We're just fooling around.
Just fooling around! Ugh! Stop! Well, stop.
Yeah. Oh, this is just tragic all the way around.
Our psychiatrist will testify as to your reduced mental capacity.
Yep, they're going to declare him incompetent.
Ralph?
Oh, wow, this is really big of her.
I didn't know if I should come.
I don't know what to do.
I know.
Yeah. I don't like feeling bad for Ralphie, but I do.
How are you?
I just didn't understand what you were going through, Ro. I didn't know anything.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's okay.
Wow, this is actually really big of Ralph.
No way to know what it's like until it happens to you.
You were so strong when Jackie Jr. passed away.
Oh my God.
Justin's gonna be all right, Ralph. You'll see. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be a vegetable.
Oh my God.
There's another one who should talk to the priest.
Is it true he took an overdose of sleeping pills?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Also know that he and Tony are on the outs, but Tony's not talking.
Oh my God.
Just a good, clean way out, Uncle June, that's all.
My poor fucking brother, Eckerly. How they mocked him.
Oh, so it runs in the family.
Svetlana, I've been wanting to talk to you.
Oh my God.
I don't come to see you.
I should never have taken your prosthesis. But it did bring me to the Lord.
You're a boring woman.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hear from Janice either.
What's your problem now?
Like anyone would care.
Oh my God. Hi, I'm Janice. Everything is about me.
God has a plan for all of us.
Come on, Father. I've done things in my life that I
Yeah.
shouldn't have done.
To put it mildly.
Your job is to get yourself right with God. For yourself and for your son.
I wouldn't get that close to this guy.
Have mercy on me, God, in your goodness.
Are we seeing
In your abundant compassion.
an emergence in Ralphie, like an actual character arc from Ralphie that we haven't seen before?
From my sin, cleanse me. For I know my offense. My sin is always before me.
I never thought I would feel bad for Ralphie, but I really do.
And Justin hooked up to those machines. Good morning, you.
So now we're going to be nicer to AJ?
When have I ever asked for French toast?
Yeah.
And just eat the bacon.
It's unhealthy, this whole obsession with your weight.
They're appreciating their son for the first time in a long time.
So, where were you out so late last night? Nowhere. Look at the guilty look on his face.
Tony, let him eat.
He's the tough guy, huh? Come on, tough guy.
Oh my God.
I had to smack the guy around this morning.
Nice.
At least I'm good for something.
Oh my God.
How could I let something like this happen?
Could happen to anybody, Ralph.
Yeah, you can't watch your kids 24/7.
So high on coke, I forgot to call him.
Oof. Okay, that's not great.
My poor baby. My little boy.
Say the right thing, Tony.
He's covered on her husband's insurance as far as that goes.
Okay, good.
Maybe if I met a girl like Camilla, my life could have taken a whole different trajectory.
Yeah, Tony, you're a lucky guy. Does he know about the phone call?
I don't care if he's got 100 kids in the ICU with arrows in their heads. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he knows it, yeah.
Get in the hospital. Just take a look how he fucking earns.
I know it was that miserable prick called Margaret the home.
Yeah.
I had to put her on Xanax just so she could sleep. She was in the hospital unit for an hour and a half with nervous bowels.
Yeah, he shouldn't have made that phone call at all.
Don't just look at me. This is a business. Did you hear what I said?
Tony really sticking up for Ralphie now.
That was a terrible thing, whoever did it. It's been too long now. I'm gonna go pay my respects.
I don't know if I trust Paulie. I mean, I don't trust Paulie, but...
He's got no kids. You can't expect him to understand.
Christopher seems to get it. He doesn't have any kids.
I can't find Ralph.
He sticks to himself nowadays.
There was a fire at the stables.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
She survived, but...
Why did you tell me I'm a half hour late back from lunch?
I'm sorry. We did everything we could, but she had to be destroyed. She was too badly burned.
Oh, this sucks. Was it arson? Did Ralphie burn the stables down because he needed the money here? Because that's not going to sit well with Tony at all, if that's the case. I don't know, man. Tony's been on his side, but if Ralphie did do this, that's going to... I don't know how the dynamic shifts there. I mean, it would make sense. He said he would do whatever it took to get enough money to take care of his son. I'm assuming there's massive insurance payout on something like this. Yeah, he's suspicious.
Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
3 of the horses, too.
Jesus.
Ask what happened.
I actually just got some good news on Justy. They think it's just gonna be speech. Poor kid'll have to learn how to talk all over again. Years in rehab.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, that's positive.
It's good.
He'll walk. He'll use his hands.
Oh, God. That's a best-case scenario.
I don't even want to think about it.
At this point, the fire marshal says that it looks accidental.
It's really suspicious that Ralphie's not asking what happened about details.
You know, Tone Justin loves my eggs. See, sour cream's a secret ingredient.
Right.
Oh, I'd try that.
What's funny about God and fate and shit like that? The horse gets better when we take out $200,000 in insurance on the race coming up.
Oh, no.
Anthony, what are you, a fucking arson investigator now? Come on. They said it was an accident, right?
Just say you didn't do it.
Maybe I will have some eggs.
Toast?
Yeah.
It doesn't look good for Ralphie as far as the suspicion. That sounds bad.
That accidental fire was a bolt from beyond. The horse was no fucking good.
Oh, no.
Gold, the time, and the fucking bills.
What are you talking about? She bounced back.
This time. But each time,
He sounds so guilty.
it's tragic to think this way, but you can't argue with the fucking logic.
Jesus Christ, you did it.
Yeah.
No, I did not. But so what?
So what?
It was a fucking animal. I don't hear you complaining when I bring you a nice fat envelope. You don't give a shit where that comes from.
Oh.
What are you, a vegetarian? You eat beef and sausage by the fucking carload.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This escalated quickly. Oh, God. Tony's gonna kill Ralphie right here, isn't he? He's half his size. Oh, God, that's Raid. Yeah, he's gonna kill him. Oh. That sounds like he's talking about the girl.
You killed her. You fucking killed her.
Are we talking about the girl or the horse? The dancer that he killed. We'll never know because Ralphie's dead.
I need you to call me back from a payphone. Now? You got 3 minutes.
And he just shot up, too. God, this is such a mess. Is Ralphie going to go into the witness protection program, too?
Called you half a fucking hour ago.
Hey, Adriana put my keys where I couldn't find them.
Go to the drugstore. Get 2 pairs of surgical gloves.
Yep.
What's going on?
Ooh. Christopher does not look good. Actually, neither of them look good.
I found him like this.
Oh, come on. You're all beat up.
Tried to move him myself, but couldn't.
Why do we have to get rid of the body?
Yeah, if you didn't do it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing.
Is he figuring it out finally?
Look at you. Your nose is running, you fucking junkie. You promised me you wouldn't do that shit anymore.
I didn't.
I didn't.
It's the biggest earner.
You gonna lecture me now, huh? You fucking drug addict?
Yeah, little whataboutism.
See if he's got some Visine. Fucking nauseous. Might as well fucking killing me.
Yeah, you've been beaten pretty good and you got shot in the face with Raid.
Ah!
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea, did you?
Of course I did. You're so high on skag, you wouldn't know if he had your mother's muff on his head.
Yeah, Joe Pagno's been shaving his head for a while.
I mean, I got all pissed off.
What is this movie, guys? I don't know what it is.
Don't overthink it. Either jump in with both feet or don't.
Is that the house phone? Don't answer it. Yeah.
And make sure you leave your phone number. With my schedule, I cannot look up phone numbers.
It's a great message.
Those kids on milk cartons, teenage girls, they run away.
God knows what happens to him. Killed, I guess.
Yeah, I hope you feel really bad. Like, I can't stand Ralphie and he's a monster, but his kid's in the hospital and needing help. When he said, why did you kill her? She was innocent. I really am wondering how much of it is. I can't remember the exotic dancer that was pregnant. I don't remember her name, but I feel like that had been building since her, which also rationalizes it a little bit for me. Like, Ralphie was a terrible, terrible human being.
Even don't talk with you.
Yeah, you're acting like I'm some kind of ski junkie. Only do it once in a while.
So,
what about the bowling ball bag?
let's go. Paul Mitch's farmers ought to wrap a fucking Slotsburg.
Oh, they're burying the identifiable parts in a different place. I didn't think Ralphie was going to be on the show forever, but I did not think this was the episode that he was going to go out, especially the way the episode started. Very rocky ground to be burying somebody.
Frozen.
Or frozen, okay.
And there's Artie with 3 kids. Think he's banging that French broad?
You fucking wishes.
He's trying, yeah.
Can you up fire this thing?
You're going to dig a hole with a dozer? That's not going to look suspicious at all. Why, freshly tilled ground.
Keep the scoop up!
There's like...
You gotta put it up to move it!
I feel like you have to really learn how to do this.
Get out! Get out! Come on, get out!
I wouldn't know how to do this either.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. That shit fucks up your hand-eye coordination.
Or maybe he's never driven a dozer before. I don't think growing up in New York and New Jersey automatically makes you, good with heavy farm equipment. Oh yeah, Tony has a lot of experience on this.
Where'd you learn how to drive one of those?
Yeah.
We're in front of construction site.
There you go, yep. I do think guilt is going to set in here a little bit, even if it was about the girl. It was just a rage killing.
We were right to disappear him. You're right. For the business.
Well, they didn't kill him over business.
Can I have some ice cream?
What? Well, right there.
Okay, is this a show for the feds outside, or is something actually off with him?
What are you doing? Come here. Come back here. Come in the house. You'll catch cold. Come on.
I was getting the paper.
Okay, he might actually have issues.
I was just getting the newspaper. It's your fault. You forgot to get the newspaper this morning.
Okay. I make tea.
Oh, I think he might actually be suffering from dementia here a little bit. That was like in private. At least the end part there where he seemed really confused. Well, that was some intense light he stepped out into there. Oh my god, what an episode. Really, really solidly written and executed, right, in terms of the direction, simply because with the tragedy of his son, we actually had, like, we started off with Ralphie at a really low point, right, in terms of his behavior, prank calling Paulie's mom. Really not okay. No matter how mad you are at Paulie, that's not who you hurt there. You hurt an innocent old lady who's already not doing great. So we see kind of a low point, then the tragedy with his son, and then Ralphie seems to be coming out of that, like with the renewed vigor to like not be so awful. I really felt like that was the case. And I felt like, well, there's our low point, and now it looks like Paulie's going to have a turnaround. And I felt like, like, well, wouldn't it be terrible, right, if Ralphie does this really bad thing to Paulie's mom, goes through this arc where he's like, I'm going to stop being this terrible person, but then that bad thing, that phone call, ultimately undoes him, right? Like, okay, now I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be better to my coworkers. I'm going to be less of a heel, but the damage is already done from that phone call. Well, that ended up not being it at all. It ended up being the death of the horse. And Tony, who was very adamant that nothing happened to Ralphie earlier in the episode, is the one who kills him. Tony loses it. It comes down to that. There was a lot of ambiguity in this episode. We don't really know if Ralphie killed the horse. He certainly pretty strongly asserted that he didn't, but he was also saying, and it works out, how much he personally would benefit from the horse dying, and he acknowledged that, right? This is a good thing for me that the horse is dead. It's just a horse, which, innocent or not, does not make Paulie sound good. And Mr. It's all about business, Tony, doesn't kill Ralphie over business. He loses it. It's an emotional killing. It's a rage killing over the death of some horses, particularly one that Tony really cared about. He just lost his temper and then had to deal with the ramifications of that. And again, when he's killing him, she was an innocent creature. Why did you kill her? Right? She was an innocent creature, and immediately there's like what I think, but most people probably agree, is Ralphie's worst moment on the show that's been haunting me ever since it happened, was his pregnant girlfriend, the exotic dancer, the Bada Bing, who mouthed off to him too much, and he just beat her to death. No conscience about it, no consequences for it. He just beat her to death right there at the Bada Bing. I'm very sorry, Tony. I shouldn't have killed her at your club. I feel really bad about that part. But Tony's the only one who acknowledged that, like, an innocent girl was dead. And this might, right, the death of the horse might have, like, finally pushed Tony to acknowledge how upset he was over that. And so that there was some muddying of that in his head, maybe. And I feel like seeing her photograph there at the end in the mirror, when Tony looked in the mirror, kind of strengthens that notion that, yeah, Tony lost it over the horse, but it wasn't really the horse, is why he killed Ralphie there. It might have actually been the girl. And to be honest, when the girl was killed, I was really hoping that somebody was going to deal with Ralphie then, because that was horrific. I've hated Ralphie as a person ever since. Great performance, great character. That man, as a person, nothing Ralphie was doing after that was going to really redeem himself. Even in this episode, where you were clearly supposed to develop some sympathy for Ralphie, and I felt it too over the injury to his son. It's Ralphie's still ultimately Ralphie, and he's lived consequence-free and done some horrible things without any real consequences. Probably a lot more of them than we ever saw on the show. So it's hard to feel bad for Ralphie being dead, honestly. I feel bad that he's dead because now me being me, this is just me, and no one else may feel this way, but now I'm like, next step, like, well, what happens with his son? He needs therapy. He's going to need speech therapy. He's going to live. But now that Ralphie's income is out of the picture, is he going to be okay? I care way more about his son Justin, who we barely ever saw on the show, than I do about Ralphie himself. I know that's a small thing. Maybe it's addressed. I'm guessing with this show, we never probably see Justin again now that Ralphie's gone, and there's so many storylines constantly going on this show. And we still have the simple fact that Paulie's a problem, and that Ralphie figured out Paulie was a problem, but Ralphie's dead now. So does Paulie go on being a problem, or is Paulie satisfied now that Ralphie's just gone? Everyone's going to know he's dead, and Ralphie's a made guy, so. Yeah, Tony's the boss, but are there ramifications for a made guy clearly getting disappeared? I don't know. Tony's the one who did it. He can say that he didn't do it. Everyone's probably going to know otherwise. Christopher certainly thought otherwise, but got off of that. So, does this put Christopher in harm's way? Christopher did help get rid of the body of somebody who was a captain, right? Christopher's also a made guy now, but I don't know how all of this works in the hierarchy. Tony is the boss. Is he allowed to just kill somebody like that, one of his made guys, out of rage? Maybe. I certainly know when Johnny Sachs wanted to kill Ralphie, he did not have permission to do it, and it was going to get Johnny killed. And Johnny's not no slouch either. So I think there's going to be fallout from this. I don't know what it's going to look like. There's a lot of moving parts, but I really want to jump into the next one. I'll see you then, guys. Thank you.